Happy Draft Weekend, everyone. We're the Football Guys, and this is the Football Guys podcast. As always, I am joined by Tim DeGoat Joseph, Bruce Stone, Tariq Jackson, and Reese Rowe. I'm Ryan Bayless, Mr. Hot Takes. So we're sitting here, pick number 67 in the draft, round 3. The Lions are on the clock. It says the pick is in. Just a couple things to go over from the first round yesterday. With the first overall pick yesterday, the Cincinnati Bengals selected Joe Burrow, quarterback from Louisiana State University. Tua, I'm just calling him Tua because I always mispronounce his last name.
Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa. There we go. I think I got it right now too. He was selected 5th overall, along with Austin Jackson and Noah Igbenogany. There we go. I finally got it. Chargers went with a quarterback as well at pick number 6. They went with Justin Herbert. The Super Bowl runner-ups, San Francisco 49ers, took Javon Kinlaw and Brandon Ayuk in the first round. I thought they had a really good first round. Dallas Cowboys kind of shocked everyone. They took CeeDee Lamb. He fell to 17. They didn't have to move to get him. So
Yeah.
They got great value at 17. I don't think wide receiver was the most glaring need, but they did it. And hey, it makes that juggernaut of an offense to have in Dallas that much stronger.
Just be mindful of the fact that there's no guaranteed money in Amari Cooper's contract.
That's true. So they could cut Amari Cooper tomorrow. And
No. It's after 2021. It said I saw the tweet. It said after 2021.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, no, I saw no guaranteed money.
I just looked at that tweet.
Okay.
Yeah,
very minimal though. That's very minimal.
Right. Yeah, don't be surprised if Amari Cooper does not play that entire contract out. Anyway, at 21, the Philadelphia Eagles selected Jalen Reagor. Well, there's two opinions out there, and it's you either hate it or you love it. And I'm of the party that loved it. Until I found out what happened today, I loved it because I don't understand holding on to a second-round pick to take a quarterback, which parlays into the next thing that I think we're going to be discussing for a little bit. The Philadelphia Eagles selected quarterback Jalen Hurts from Oklahoma in the second round with the 53rd pick. I'm going to ask my man Bruce, what's your take on that?
Oh, Lord. You want to go to Bruce first. Go ahead.
Yeah, well.
Be happy.
Listen, Jalen Hurts is a very, very good football player. He's a winner. I don't hate the player. I honestly don't hate him that's good. I can't believe that we held, and I'll say it out loud, we held on to a second-round pick to draft a quarterback at 53. While there was Kristen Fulton, Jeremy Chin, Logan Wilson. I mean, there was players there that could have helped the team tomorrow. And Josh Jones, a guy that's going to be a Tyson Hill type guy. I'm at a loss for words about it. It doesn't make any sense. We gave up so much to get Wentz. We could have got a guy in the 4th, 5th, James Morgan from FIU. Florida International. I've mentioned him before. It's just a joke to me. I mean, listen, as of right now, I like Jalen Reagor. I think Reese actually brought to my attention that I actually said that it would be the pick if we didn't pick Murray, if everybody else was gone. Fortunately, Justin Jefferson was there. We felt like Reagor was our guy. Jalen Reagor's a good player. He's going to bring something to this offense, but wasting a second-round pick on a quarterback as good as he – and Jalen Hurts is the guy I said might fall in the first round. So it's not about it's about the team. It's not about the player or the pick. And I think that he justifies a 53rd pick overall, not to the Philadelphia Eagles. You have a franchise quarterback. Howie Roseman, now you're on the clock. Now you're on the clock. You have a pick. You have another pick tonight. At this point, it better be something that can help this team this season. Because right now, every team in this division has gotten better, but the Philadelphia Eagles.
Detroit's having a good draft too.
Who's that? Detroit?
Yeah, they got another good pick.
Well, I think they got.
And now Aston Davis is another guy the Eagles wanted. Like,
would you like my input, Ryan?
Please.
I would love your input. Another Eagles fan.
All right. So I think I'm as shocked as everybody else is with the pick. I think when I look at this pick, and other fans don't agree with it, but this was a draft board pick. So I feel like they came into the draft saying, you know what, we have needs. We have, cornerback, we have safety, we have wide receiver, and I want to make sure all these needs are taken care of. So you get a list of all the players on the board, and backup quarterback is one of the needs that they felt was they needed out of this draft. So they saw the value of Jalen Hurts falling into the second round, maybe thinking he had a first round grade on him, and they took him. I don't agree with it. He's a good player. I mean, do we need a backup for Carson Wentz? Absolutely. I would have taken that early. But I mean, he's a good player. He's a good player. I'm shocked by the pick. How he needs a hit on all three of these fours and the third round pick. If he gets some steals there, maybe Eagles fans will be a little less edgy about it. But he's got some work to do for sure. He's got work to do for sure.
So I'm of a different opinion on this. We have so many other glaring needs. I don't hate the pick as much as everyone else does. I don't hate the pick as much as everyone else does. I don't know. I mean, listen, if Carson Wentz goes down with injury again this year, the pick was phenomenal, and Howie Roseman looks like a genius. That's all. That's what. And I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to be wrong here. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
It's a piss poor pick at a piss poor time. That's what it is. It's a bad pick at a bad time. Not a bad kid, not a bad player. Hurts isn't the most accurate quarterback on the market. I mean, Jacob Eason was still there at 53. Some would say he
fell off a lot of the better boards apparently though.
Like it's unfreaking believable to me. Like, sorry,
maybe. Go ahead.
Hey, well, as a non-Eagles fan and no really stake in this, I think it's actually a good pick. And why I say it's actually a good pick because I understand where they were picking at, but guess what? At the end of the draft, it doesn't matter where you pick at. It matters who you have. And the fact that they're going to have Jalen, because as we talked about before, Carson doesn't have a playoff game in his belt. Y'all won a championship without Carson. Yes. Was he the reason that y'all got there to the playoffs? Yes. But if he's not going to be there when you most need him, then what's the problem? Jalen Hurts is a guy that was high on a lot of people's draft boards, and it was like, hey, he's available. I need to get someone behind Carson because I don't know if he's going to be available. So I think it's good. I do think the first round pick with Reagor was a stretch because I had him really going second round. I think there was a lot of other talent at the wide receiver position, especially it being so deep in this year's draft that you could have went and got someone else. But hey, if that's your guy, and Bruce, I told you before, you said that was one of your guys. That was one of your guys. If you didn't get Murray, you were going to get Reagor. So you still got your guy. So, should you got him in first round? Nah, probably. But at the end of the day, like I just said earlier, it's about who you get. It's about who you get. So if you got the guys that's going to move your team, then you had a great draft. It doesn't matter where you pick them at. It matters on who you get. So that's my take on it.
Can I just to feed off of what Reese said real fast? Jalen Reagor is going to fit this offense like a glove. I mean, people on social media, half the people haven't even seen, and I'll say this out loud again, and this goes to all you guys on there that haven't even seen a game. Never even watched this kid. I guarantee it. I see a little Deshaun Jackson in him.
I see Tyreek Hill on him. That's what I see.
I mean, there's different comparisons.
Yes.
I mean, unfortunately, his pro comparison is Nelson Aguilar. And that's a website.
Actually, no.
Not an NFL.com.
Let's clarify something on that. The source of the Nelson Aguilar pro comp is not. It's kind of like an off-brand source. So
that's what I just said.
I wouldn't put too much stock in that.
That's what I was saying. I was saying the website's not the greatest website for it. So, or the person that tweeted that out, it's not, or wherever it came from. It was the
draftnetwork.com. I'm sorry, draftcentral.com.
Yeah, and that's not even that reputable. But
they're an off-brand website.
He's even at 21, That was their guy. Fine. Okay, whatever. I'm still at a loss for words for Jalen Hurts. What do you got?
So wait, having slept on that, let me talk about this 21st pick real quick from yesterday.
Go ahead. What you got?
I love the idea of when a team promises a player they're going to take them and they stick to it. It really puts trust in the player, and maybe like
Vontae Mack, no matter what.
That's right. Like David Putney, because I feel like it.
I said Vontae
exactly,
Mack, no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, you get what I'm saying. You get that extra. You might get that extra 10% out of that player now. That player, he's, you know what I mean. He's going to take that extra step that he has to for the organization, because this organization made a promise to him. So he's going to do with every ounce of. He's going to use every ounce of his ability.
I mean, when I see him, I see Tyreek Hill in it when I see him play. He reminds me of Tyreek Hill.
I love that comp because he's got the speed. Listen, it's like that. It's like he takes that first step and he's going.
Right.
Like
and if you look at his quarterback play, it was actually bad. Not even just last year. The year he did phenomenal. His quarterbacks were bad, bro. Like the Bulls, they were bad.
Yeah.
They were bad.
And I know his
sophomore year was more
at the
consistent.
combine. He ran a 4.47, but he had put on 15 pounds of water weight prior to the combine.
He's a 4.3 guy. He's a 4.3 guy.
So wait. So listen. Ryan, to feed off what you're saying, I mean, he got some really bad advice, right? He put on 10 to 15 pounds of water weight to try to bump up his weight at the combine. He didn't test well because of it, right? Which is just ridiculous. He's definitely a 4.29, 4 mid, like a 4.
He's a low 4.3 guy. You can see it. Yeah,
I mean 100%, and he's quick. He's like, listen, a game against Baylor, he caught a screen with 5 guys around him. He had a jump for, by the way. That's how piss poor the quarterback play was.
Right,
he had a jump for a screen, 70 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, he can run.
Every player on the defense missed.
He can run.
Okay.
He can run.
Listen, another thing about it, a fun fact for you. The kid, it shows about his character. He committed to Oklahoma. He had offers from every big school. He committed to Oklahoma. He would have played aside CeeDee Lamb, and he would have played with 3 top-notch quarterbacks, including Jalen Hurts. Okay? So, Jalen Hurts reference, first one. So, at the end of the day, if he would have went to Oklahoma, nobody would have batted an eye. Not a soul. Nobody would have cared. And he decommitted from Oklahoma last second and stayed home because he had a relative that his grandma was sick.
His grandma,
he had a relative that was sick.
Yes.
He stayed home. He's a family kid. He's a family guy. And that was another reference. Great. So anyway, that's my point though. Like he fits this team. So Tim, what you got for me?
Yeah, I'm about to say, Tim, what you got?
Like I said yesterday, like we don't know like the team's draft boards, and like we watch a lot of tape, but we don't know exactly what they're looking for. Right. So if you think that's your guy, I have no problem taking both of those picks because they know their offense better than we do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and at the end of the day, wait and see.
Now,
it's not like they traded back in the first for Hurts or something like that. I mean,
no, they got him where they
No. I know. Tim, my whole thing about Jalen Reagor was like a lot of people felt like they could have moved back. I like to argue that and say I think somebody was going to make a move for him.
Well,
he garnered a lot of interest.
You also don't know who Minnesota had high on their draft pick. I mean,
right.
Minnesota might have had Reagor over Jefferson. I mean, you don't know.
Right.
Yeah, Reagor would have played their offense.
What's up, Ryan?
I know. I really do believe that if they didn't take Reagor at 21, he was off the board by the time they would have like in that 28 to 32 range. Because I think that's where they would have traded back. They traded back.
Yeah, Reagor can run, man. He got talent. He got talent. I mean, that's one thing he can do. He can fly. And even at that 196 build, he could break tackles. I was actually looking up on Twitter.
He played at 190 during the season.
Well, yeah. I'm saying when he ran that 40, he was 196, so I mean 6 pounds.
Right. Yeah.
When he ran the pro day 40, when it was 422, 428, it was 196. So that's his running weight. Now, the one thing I did see was his freshman year, they showed a clip of him cooking Stanford. The analyst guys have him going 22.6 miles an hour.
Wow.
That's Tyreek Hill's speed. Now, I think
Yes.
that he was a little bit smaller coming out as a freshman. He probably maybe 180. So even if he's like 21 and a half, 21.7 miles an hour, he's flying in pads. So we needed that, right? We needed somebody else, to go opposite of Deshaun Jackson. He can play the slide, he can do screens. We need somebody that can catch and run. That's what we missed.
I agree.
So
I agree with
I'm not gonna be mad at the pick. I'm gonna give the boy a shot. I think we do well. His dad played here. He understands what it means to play in Philadelphia, which is a big thing. That's why Melly didn't survive.
I'll say this too. It was actually like right at the end of March. I texted Tariq and I said, "This is a bad sign if we really think we want Lamb." Because
Right.
Aaron Moorhead, our wide receivers coach, played with Monte Rager. Oh, Jesus, whatever. I'm so annoyed about her. But
Rager.
and
Rager.
I know how to say his name. I'm annoyed. I'm working on it, man. I'm doing the best I can to be a professional. So, Monte Rager, he played with him. And there was a report that Moorhead absolutely loved him. Aaron Moorhead loved what he brought to the table, his versatility, his game-breaking ability, yada, yada, yada. And I texted Ricky and I said, listen, I think we got to watch more film on this guy. And I brought this guy to his attention months and months ago.
Yeah.
Like, probably like January.
Yeah.
And Rick was like, I don't like how, he's a little this, whatever. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. He didn't wow me. The tape I saw. I'm unfortunate. It was the 2019 season, so it wasn't his best
Real
season.
quick.
So I had to look at some more tape.
Not to interrupt for too long, but everyone take a look at Bruce's name on the screen.
Yo, I don't find it funny. I don't find it funny.
Oh my God.
You like you didn't put I love Jalen Hurts. That would have been worse.
I
don't find it funny.
Someone is actually hurt.
I don't find it funny.
Would you?
You know what, man? This right here, it kind of leads into the segue of the winners and losers. And honestly, I want to start it off to be totally honest with you guys. As of right now, I got the Cowboys winning. And this is first day
Fix
before
my
they
name,
made their
Ryan,
second
before I leave
round.
this thing.
Before it got to the second round.
Seriously.
With them being able to get CeeDee Lamb, I think he just fits the mold. I didn't think they would think that he would fall to number 17, especially as we talked about earlier with Amari Cooper, and they get a stud. The whole thing with Dak, I just really think, especially with you guys, the Eagles, looking to get a weapon and them getting that weapon. My next winner, before we even move forward, was the fans. We won. We got to see, a draft, football, we won at that. Also, Cliff Kingsbury, he's clearly winning. With that house and the setup that he has, he's pretty much going for the Bachelor. My man is clearly winning. He's definitely a winner. And Jerry Jones.
Wow.
With the whole yacht and things like that.
Yo, and
so
he
he's
just
definitely winning.
picked Josh Jones too.
Exactly. So with that saying, my next winner is the Dolphins with Tua Tagovailoa, Austin Jackson, and Noah Igbinoghene. I think they had a great first day. They addressed the needs that they needed to in the first round, and I think they're going to continue throughout the draft to get them back, hopefully, in the back of the top of the AFC East, especially with New England still kind of pending, even though I think they still probably be able to make the playoffs. But I think they're going to try to contend with them a lot more. My losers,
What?
I got Green Bay. First day. I think that Jordan Love pick is just crazy to me. I understand the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. That's cool, but it doesn't address the need that they have. Aaron Rodgers is a top 5 quarterback. You went and got somebody that is different than when Aaron Rodgers was on the board. He was talked about being one of the top quarterbacks. Jordan Love was not really talking about being taken first. So that's a stretch for me. And now, with so many needs, and needing a wide receiver, needing an offensive lineman, it's just crazy that they went and got quarterback the first round. So no matter how that works out, hopefully it does work out for them. But I think I think they lost the first day.
Sounds familiar, don't it? Sounds familiar, don't it?
And as you guys should know, also who I have losing is the Eagles. Understand that you guys probably got your guy. I don't think at that spot. I think honestly he could have stretched that out. I think you guys could have traded back and still got him. But having Justin and your problem last year was actually receivers catching the ball or injuries at the receiver position. So y'all had so many drops. Why not get somebody who can actually catch the ball? But y'all supposedly said y'all wanted a guy who can stretch the field. Cool. Hopefully he can stretch the field, but actually catch the ball. It won't matter how much he can stretch the field if he doesn't catch the ball. So with that being said, I still have you guys losing. Also, another loser I have is Mike Vrabel. And that setup that he had along with his sons and that haircut, he definitely lost. And
hold on, real quick. On the Mike Vrabel note, did you see the picture where one of his sons in the background taking a poop?
Yes. So that's why I said that whole background, he definitely lost. And the Tennessee Titans organization needed to talk to him and say, hey, you never do that again. So, and my final loser.
Where is my super suit?
Yeah. And my final loser of yesterday is CeeDee Lamb's girlfriend. She lost. She tried to go ahead and get the phone, and CeeDee Lamb had to put a stop to it. So she definitely lost. She tried to go ahead and get the bat phone, and he had to put a stamp to that. So that's my winners and losers of the first day. What do you guys got?
I'll tell you my winners. Well, you want to do it? We do.
Yeah, I just wanted to get mine out of the way because mine are kind of boring. It's plain and simple. So I got two winners. My first winner is without a doubt the Denver Broncos. Jerry Jeudy. They stayed pat at 15. They were able to acquire Jerry Jeudy. He's arguably the best route runner in the draft.
Correct.
I mean, there was questions about his knee. I think that was a smoke screen by a certain team. I'm not saying any names to try to get him to slide. But and I mean, they got value at 15, which I thought they would have had to move up to maybe guarantee getting one of the three. But they stayed pat, and they had the choice of what arguably were the best two. And Elway proved me wrong because, as you know, I said John Elway might have been the worst GM. He's having a good draft today too. So got KJ Hamler in the second round, but we're only talking about the first today. That wide receiving core is going to be very legit. He's given Drew Lock every chance he'll have. My other winner, if we're going to factor in, if I'm going to be talking about the second round real quick again, it's the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm saying that as an Eagles fan. The Cowboys stayed pat at 17. Wide receiver wasn't really a glaring need for them. I did learn today, though, that Amari Cooper's contract apparently after 2021 isn't guaranteed. I heard that from Bruce and Tariq. It's not fully guaranteed, so if Amari Cooper steps back down off the cloud that he's been living on lately, because ever since he's been a Cowboy, he's been playing out of his mind. As you know, he was subpar in the Raiders. Sorry, Tim Libertor. Anyway, they got CeeDee Lamb at 17. Like I said last night, they cock-blocked the Eagles. I wholeheartedly believe
they didn't do that to cock-block. But I know where you get that from. They didn't do it, dude. They didn't do it. It was the best player on their board. It's not.
Let me finish mine. I think that part of that was the fact that we jumped ahead of them to take Dallas Goedert before, and because they were 100% going to take Dallas Goedert. And not only did we take Dallas Goedert from them, we sent David Akers out there in the city of Dallas, and he embarrassed them after we had won the Super Bowl. I believe that is why they went with CeeDee Lamb. If wide receiver wasn't a glaring need for us, I don't think they would have went CeeDee Lamb in the first round. I really don't. I think they would have played it safe, maybe gotten Xavier McKinney, someone like that. I mean, obviously Xavier McKinney ended up sliding. But no, the Dallas Cowboys, and then they came back around the second round today, and they got Stephon Diggs' little brother, Trayvon Diggs, cornerback from Alabama. Cowboys, listen, they're working on both sides of the ball. That offense is already a juggernaut. So that's going to be interesting to see. They really might run through the NFC East this year. As much as I hate to say that, this might be the Cowboys' year.
Yeah. They had the same roster with one less guy.
Bruce, I'm not done. But this might be the Cowboys' year. So anyway, because we had tried to start at the same time, I'm gonna throw it over. Oh no, let me get my losers. So I'm not going to apply the loser tag based on the first round. I'm not going to apply the loser tag to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to apply it to Howie Roseman specifically. Howie Roseman allowed CeeDee Lamb to go to the Cowboys at 17 with the Falcons sitting there at 16 with reports coming out from John Clark of NBC Sports that all it would have taken was the 21st and their 53rd with second-round pick. They ended up spending on a quarterback. They could have traded Jalen Reagor and Jalen Hurts for CeeDee Lamb. I don't hate Jalen Reagor at all. I actually really like the pick. He has phenomenal upside. He's very fast, and Tariq's drawing the point that he's a comp to Tyreek Hill. I agree with that comp. And if we're getting Tyreek Hill out of him, awesome. CeeDee Lamb was a generational talent wide receiver. I have not seen a wide receiver like CeeDee Lamb come out in a very long time. And they allowed that to fall into the Dallas Cowboys' lap because the Falcons could have traded back to 21, and they still would have got A.J. Terrell. So, Howie Roseman's my first loser. And you know what? It's really hard to apply another loser. Actually, I have one more winner. The Washington Redskins, for the first time that I can remember, they got it right. They stayed where they were. They didn't trade out, and they took the right guy. They took Chase Young, and he's another one. That's generational talent. I think he'll make an instant impact on day one. The NFC East is slowly but surely getting scary. As an Eagle fan, I'm scared. I'm scared. These teams are bolstering, and the Eagles have not done anything to take that next step. Outside of Howie Roseman, I mean, I guess I can't really think of anyone as a loser. I kind of agree with Reese. The Packers, I don't see the necessity to jump up and take Jordan Love right there. As you know, I'm high on Jordan Love, but I just don't see the necessity to jump up there. I don't get it. They could have stayed where they were at 30, and he probably still would have been there. Anyway, that's about all I got for that. I mean, I think there was definitely more winners than losers in the first round. I'm going to throw it over to Tariq with that one.
Thank you there, Ryan. Before I do add about the winners and losers, I will say that the Cowboys do scare me. I won't say nothing about the Giants and Redskins yet. The Cowboys did get better on offense for sure. I do think that was a slap in the face getting CeeDee Lamb because they didn't need to get CeeDee Lamb, but they did. They could definitely win defense. But so to say that they're definitely one of the winners of this draft, that's something that Jerry does very well. He drafts very well. You look at the past 3 years drafts, he has drafted some studs. With Jalen Smith in the second round, Leighton Vander Esch, where everybody thought was a bad pick, he ended up being a very good pick. Dak Prescott in the fourth round, Zeke at number 4. I mean, Jerry's a heck of a drafter. He's a heck of a drafter. Now, he can't keep them after their deals go up, but he can draft them. I got the Chargers as a winner as well. You added Justin Herbert with that offense. Then you went and traded up for Kenneth Murray, which some people have the best linebacker in the draft. So you just made your strength even stronger with that defense. So I just look at it like that was a winner. If you look at losers, right now the Eagles are one of the losers. I'm gonna see how they do in the second round. It's not second round, the third round. But I'm trying to think of who else would be a loser. I really can't think of none either right now who would be a loser besides the Eagles. I would probably say the Bears, just because they still got Mitchell Trubisky on the roster. But that's all I got. So what you got, Tim?
Yeah, so I'm going to go in the opposite direction of some of you guys. I like the Jordan Love pick. I mean, they went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. Now you go Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. Maybe you go no big gaps. I mean, a lot of teams have big gaps between playoff victories. They're set up now for another run. And I also don't see many losers because a lot of this stuff you don't know until they actually play. But winners, I think the whole NFC West got better in his first couple rounds, especially the Cardinals, the Seahawks, our Niners, bro, and the Rams. Even the Rams did good. They addressed some needs. I also agree that the NFC East is going to be a lot stronger this year. It's going to be a tough race. It's a good thing they added another playoff spot for us in the NFC here. Also, the Baltimore Ravens. You add that speed at running back with the fastest quarterback in the league. That's going to be scary. Them versus the Chiefs, the Denver Broncos, the three-headed monster at receiver, and a great tight end. So it's going to be a great year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who's up next? Bruce, did you go yet?
Yeah, now I'll go.
Yeah.
First of all, let me address that hot take, Charlie. You're overdoing it a little bit with the NFC East. I can't see. I do agree with one thing, and this pains me to have to say this. Right now, the Cowboys are the winner of this draft. I mean, CeeDee Lamb. I mean, obviously, a few years back, we saw Beckham. We've seen Mike Evans. There's been a lot of generational talents recently. So it's not. I wouldn't say as far as a long time. But I will say that there's something to be said, man. You got to look at it like this. The belief was that the Eagles looked into making a move to go ahead and get CeeDee Lamb. They had to give up their second-round pick. So I get, as of right now, okay, I get why you didn't do it. Well, up until an hour ago, I understood why you didn't do that. Yeah, you want to give up a second-round pick. Understood. So the Cowboys came back in the second round, even though with, as far as doing the first round, but the winner, and they get Diggs. Diggs is a plug-and-play guy. Lamb is a plug-and-play guy. Now, Lamb is the third option on that team. There's only one football to go around, okay? They still have other holes. However, that's one thing that you guys are overlooking. They didn't do that to block the Eagles. The Cowboys notoriously pick the best player available on their board. Fredericks, a couple years back, Layla Collins, whatever. He was the best player in the second round, right? Was it, Tim? Like, they consistently pick the best player on their board.
He dropped. He was the top 10 pick before he had his incident with that young girl.
Yeah, like they consistently pick the best player available on their board. Okay, Jalen Smith was. They didn't know if Jalen Smith was going to play again, but he was a top. He was a first. If he don't get hurt, he's a top 5 pick. That's one of the best linebackers to come out of college if he don't get hurt in years. Okay, so you have to look at the bigger picture. Yes, they draft very well, and I hate the Cowboys with a burning passion. Being an Eagles fan, it's just a natural thing. We were born into it. Okay, the rest of the NFC East has not gotten stronger. The Cowboys got stronger. The Eagles added a weapon. Right now, the Eagles are the loser of this draft for me. You can't justify telling me, like, I don't hate Jalen Hurts. I think that Jalen Hurts, could have been. You can't pick a Jalen Hurts at 53 with some of the players that were left on that board. A Kristen Fulton, a Jeremy Chin. You have holes. Where's wide receivers that were still on the board? It's just a bad pick. He's a good kid. He's a winner. I think that hopefully they use him in a Tyson Hill style role. I mean, listen, I'm a big Carson Wentz guy, but God, this kid develops. It puts Carson on the clock, and I love Carson. So I'm not really big on this, but it's a business. I just hope I hope it's a lot of money they just paid that guy. So that'll be a decision they have to make if Carson can't get right. Carson's a generational talent. He just has a lot of things. He has to stay healthy. We all know that. So right now, even with Jalen Reagor, and who I think is going to be a good football player, I think he's going to be a weapon for this team. A lot of people, they don't give him enough credit. A lot of people didn't like the pick. Yeah, I think they could have moved back, but I do think somebody would have grabbed him before the second round. So that's the winner and the loser. Now, other than the NFC East, my winner right so far are the Jags in the first round. You get C.J. Henderson, at 9, and then you come back and you get Clavon Chasen at what was their other pick was what? 27, right?
Chenault.
It was late.
20.
20. They got Chase on, and then they got Chenault.
No, they got Chenault in the second round. But I'm saying you pick Chase on, you pick
20.
Henderson. And now listen, a lot of people think they're tanking for Lawrence, and they might be, but man, they're building for Lawrence too. Like, I mean, they put some weapons around. They put some weapons on that defensive side of the ball. One of our other winners is the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, you get Justin Jefferson. The Eagles passed on Justin Jefferson. Didn't feel like they fit their needs. Fine. You get Justin Jefferson. Then you come back and get Gladney. And that was somebody who me and Tim talked about. He could be one of the best corners in this draft. So, I mean, I got them as a winner. I have 2 losers besides the Eagles so far. And Tim, to rebuttal something you said, I talked about Jordan Brooks, right? I'm a big fan of Jordan Brooks. I think drafting Jordan Brooks where the Seahawks did is a fail to me, okay? I think they could have picked something else that they needed. I know they had other needs besides linebacker at that pick, and then maybe made a move up in the second round to get Jordan Brooks. I know he was climbing up people's boards. I felt like that was a reach. So I feel like I think it's a great pick. It's a great fit. But at the same time, I think you could have got something else to help your football team at that spot. You could have got a corner. You could have got a safety. There was a lot of people left on the board. A lot of players on the board. Gross Matos was left on the board. My other loser, even though their first pick was great for them, it fits them. The Las Vegas Raiders. You pick Henry Ruggs, and I'm all for it. He fits your scheme. You know, just win, baby. You know what I mean? It's a classic Al Davis pick. Then they reached with that second pick. Does anybody disagree with that? I mean, Damon Arnett's going to be probably a good player in this league. He's a bona fide slot corner with some capabilities to be on the outside. But, I mean, I think they could have got him late in the second round.
They don't have a second-round pick.
Okay, see, so that maybe that's why they did what they did. But I still feel like there was other corners that were better players.
Yeah,
I know you agree with me.
They could have traded down to someone that wanted Jefferson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you really reached on a guy that, I mean, honestly had a second or third round grade.
Once again, that's Mike Mayock going for his guy. They say he fits their system.
Yeah.
I do agree. I hate funny part. I actually do agree, but just looking more into Damien Arnett, I do think it was a reach. I understand the young man played with a broken hand, and he got a lot of targets, pretty much playing opposite of Jeff Okudah. But still, I think it definitely was a reach. So I agree with you, Bruce.
I can, and I mean, to open up topic, I can agree. There's been some. I mean, listen, I don't think the Cowboys are running through the NFC East. I mean, they picked up 2 players. They lost some players in the free agency. Do we 100% know Trayvon Diggs is going to be better than Byron Jones? No, you don't know. Byron Jones is an athletic freak, a freak of nature. But you don't know. They lost Quinn, right? They lost their Pro Bowl center. They lost Randall Cobb. Yes, you replaced him with Lamb. That's an upgrade, obviously. But I mean, it's not a given.
They lost Heath as well too.
Yeah, exactly. They lost Heath. Listen, he stinks. That's not a bad thing.
He's solid though. I understand
solid.
he's not great, but he's solid.
I'll give you that. I mean, look, and I mean just to finish up my portion of it, and we can open up topic. But I just feel like that for the Philadelphia Eagles, they still have a very good football team. They had a very good free agency, but they really need to hit a home run here in the third and these 3 fourth-round picks. They have to, because as of right now, they're the bona fide losers of this draft. He's even picking Jalen Reagor, and I think Jalen Reagor is going to be a playmaker. Who's up next?
I think just to go a little bit. I think we've addressed everybody with the winners and losers, but just to go a little bit what you're saying as far as the NFC East, I think a team that you might have forgot that I think has really done well in the draft so far is the Giants, getting Andrew Thomas and also getting who was their second pick? It was Xavier McKinney. Getting another offensive lineman to help with Jones and help with Saquon, I think is much needed, addressing their offensive line problems and also addressing their defensive problems. I understand they still got a third-round pick. I'm not too sure. We'll see what they do with that. Hopefully they continue to address that offensive line problems. But I think those two picks are really good. They both were really high as far as people draft rankings. So we'll see. Andrew Thomas, he's a big body. He's still raw, but Xavier McKinney is the real deal. I think he's a great addition to the Giants.
That's a good move. That's a good pick by them. Just to not to digress, but Matt Hennessy just went off the board, local kid. Temple,
Okay.
He just went to the Jets. I'm
Hey.
sorry. Yeah. So.
Yes, sir.
I don't hate it. I thought he was a guy the Eagles would definitely have an interest in, but obviously it's too late for that. I'm not on speaking terms with him right now.
It's another year that we just don't know what some of these GMs are thinking, what their draft boards are looking like, how players are going to slip, how teams going to move up and so forth and so forth. But it once again, this is what makes the NFL exciting. You don't know who's going to go where, who's going to go what, and who's going to fit a certain system. And what people, especially, with the quarantine, as we talked about it before in probably our previous podcast, is the fact of with the quarantine, I really think it has affected people's drafting flat out.
I apologize. Hey, he went to the Falcons, not the Jets. I apologize.
Awesome. So, and I think Falcons, even though I know they picked up A.J. Terrell, I think that was a desperation pick by them. I think they could have picked up someone else as far as corner. But hey, that's my take on it.
People like his playmaking ability.
But yeah, I do agree with Tim. I do think the NFC West has gotten a little bit better. I do agree with you with that Jordan Brooks pick. I don't think that was a guy for them. I think they could have definitely took Gross Matos, especially an edge rusher, in which they wind up taking another edge rusher in the second round. But I thought they could have definitely took Gross Matos. I don't know. I'm just not really sold on Jordan Brooks for them. But, hey, it's great for us as 49ers. As we know, the NFC West is a mainly running division, and we like the ground and pound. So we'll see what's what, especially I know us. So we'll see. I want to know what your guys' take on that as well.
I think to touch on what you just said about the different year with the training camp and stuff, I think all the teams that made the playoffs last year with no turnover have the best shot this year. I mean, like the Niners, Chiefs, Ravens, all those teams, they have a good shot of repeating it because even the Saints, the Eagles that made it last year, like all these other teams with a lot of good picks might have trouble because there's no camp.
That's very true. Very true.
Tim, you just brought something up that I was going to say. Like, every team in the NFC East has a new coach. Every single team. It's true, though. Every team but the Eagles have a new coach. With no OTAs, like
it's 100% true.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's a really big deal.
Yeah, but I think for the Cowboys, that's not going to matter as much. I understand. Even for the Redskins. I mean, the Redskins are definitely the least ready to win now. The Cowboys are ready to win now.
It doesn't.
Hold up. Let me talk. I didn't interrupt you. I let you talk for 5 minutes straight. Don't talk over me. The Cowboys have a very seasoned head coach in the form of Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy knows how to win. He has a Super Bowl under his belt. He has many division titles with the Green Bay Packers. He coached a quarterback named Aaron Rodgers. Everyone has a different opinion on Aaron, but Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback, and he coached him for many years. And you know what? He coached him into what he was. The Super Bowl speaks for itself. So the Cowboys got that. On top of that juggernaut of an offense, that's what better coach?
Calling it a juggernaut offense. Their offensive line is they've lost a Pro Bowl center, and their offensive line wasn't as good as it was the year before.
Is the draft over?
No, but all the top centers are gone.
I'm sure there's some out there.
Cushenberry's still there.
There's two still there.
There's two still there.
There's two still available, and they don't have a pick for a little bit. And the fact of the matter is the Cowboys. It does matter to the Cowboys because it's still a whole new system, and a whole lot they have to learn in a short amount of time. It's not. They're just not going to walk in. And another thing too, this whole coaching switch. And I know that I know for a fact anybody who's watched the Packers can concur what I'm saying here. This might hurt Zeke. Mike McCarthy does not like to run the ball. Never has.
Yeah, Zeke. I mean, speaking of Zeke had an off year last year. He definitely had an off year last year.
I mean, but has Mike McCarthy actually have a back like Zeke?
No, he definitely hasn't.
He still had backs that could run the to make plays, and there was open holes.
But he didn't. He never had anyone like Zeke.
There's
a difference.
No, that was before.
Let me do a little research.
Is 1,200 yards really an off year? I'm just want to know.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I know.
Before the rushing, is that off year? I'm just want to know.
No. Don't get it wrong. He still had a good year, but it was a spotty year. His good games were in one bunch.
I think for him, yes. If you really want to
Zeke's now the third best back in the league.
Well,
he didn't lead the league in rushing this year.
Well, no, that goes back to what we said earlier about stats. Sometimes stats are misleading. Like he had good stats, but there was games where like he didn't show up. I mean, I had him in fantasy last year, and there was games where he got me like 6 points.
The Eagles shut him down.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Especially down the stretch.
All I'm saying is 100%. I mean, we can call them a juggernaut all they want. They added a very good player, but they still have a lot of work to do.
Hold up for a second. Anyway, about Zeke.
Zeke's not even. He's barely the third best back in the league anymore. It's McCaffrey, Saquon, and him.
You say he is the third best back in the league?
He's the third best back. He used to be the best back, and now he's slid down to at least 3.
I say with the emergence of Christian, he has. I'm not too ready to put Saquon over him just because of the fact that I want to see more. I want to see more. You know, Zeke has actually produced. But only why I put Christian over him just because of the fact of he's done it literally. He's been the Carolina Panthers offense. You know, he's done it receiving and he's done it rushing. And no one thought he'd be able to run between the tackles. So he's just electrifying. He's literally is their offense. They have nobody else.
Jalen Hurts.
And even without Cam Newton, he still put up numbers. So I definitely put Christian, you know, above Zeke. But I think what Dallas is done in the draft, along with adding another weapon, along with having that offensive line, I think it's going to open up a lot more for Zeke to get back to what he was doing before, especially adding that weapon.
I think Jarwin's underrated too as a tight end.
Yeah, Jarwin's solid. That's true.
Yeah, I mean he's not a top.
That's probably their weakest
5 guy.
That's probably their weakest position, though. That's probably their weakest position.
This is crazy,
right? I'll tell you what, yo. The Raiders just made a stop. Was the Raiders picked them? It was. Lynn Bowden.
Yeah, I see that.
That's a really good pick.
I think it's a great pick.
Lynn Bowden's a good pick, man. Yeah. Lynn Bowden's a really good pick.
Here comes Dallas, too.
Yeah, hey, listen, they got to – is Cushenberry still there?
Yeah, he is.
And the center from Wisconsin's there, too, right?
Nick Cole will be there in the 5th round, though. Listen, there's 2 centers. They need one of these 2 centers. I don't care if they like the guys on their roster or not. You have a chance to get another center?
Yeah, the center from
is the best thing to do.
still there.
Yeah. Raiders got better. I still don't like the Arnett pick, though.
Me neither. I like I said, I think it was a stretch. That definitely was a stretch. I think they did. But man, we're gonna see, man. I don't know. I'm still not sold on their quarterback situation.
Yeah, they just got faster.
They got faster, but you still got it, man. Look, is Derek Carr going to get back to that 1 year that he had?
Well, they got Mariota too.
Stop it. Stop it.
If Tua Tagovailoa can do it, so can Marcus Mariota.
He had his chance. He's in the same boat. He should be in the same boat as Jameis eat the W. Winston. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know.
Wow.
Wow, bro. You know who should have got Jordan Love, and it should have been the Las Vegas Raiders. That's who should have got Jordan Love.
Edwards. Yeah, they're loaded up offensively, bro.
Wow.
Woo.
Hey, they're giving their quarterbacks no excuses
Shut up, Reese.
at all. At all.
Oh,
At
man, it's
all.
unbelievable.
And they still have a
I know.
great tight end in Darren Waller.
Darren Waller, man. That's Baltimore's biggest fail.
You got to outscore KC.
Yeah.
100%. That's true.
They literally got the memo and said, okay, this is exactly what we're going to do. We understand. We got to play these guys twice a year. Jeez.
Yeah. What did Brian Edwards run? What was his 40 time? Was he fast? He was, wasn't he? I know he's a big body receiver. Oh, my God.
So real quick, while Reese is looking that up, I got the Packers all-time roster under Mike McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go offense here. His quarterbacks were Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. His running backs, this is what we're discussing.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if anyone's even on the same planet as Zeke. Ryan Grant. Aaron Jones.
Well, Aaron Jones is a pretty good player.
No, stop that. Amon Green.
Aaron Jones played real. He came out.
He's
Yeah,
not
coming
Zeke,
out
he's
party
not
this
Zeke
year.
Elliott.
Oh,
He's
Zeke
not
Elliott
Zeke
is
Elliott.
barely Zeke Elliott anymore. Stop it. Just keep reading.
Amon Green.
Amon Green is.
And
going.
China Food, Eddie Lacy.
That's ridiculous.
Oh.
Amon
my
Green was a
God.
hell of a back. I think he got him at the end of his career, but he was a hell of a running back.
Yeah, yeah. What Ahmad Green was the truth.
Yeah, but he had him at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He
Yeah,
had
I'm
him
at the end.
I know he had him.
Yeah.
But look.
What about James
hang on a
Stark?
second.
James Stark was decent.
Ryan Grant was a pretty good back for them too.
Yes, he
So, like,
was.
Here's the thing about their system: they don't run the ball.
But being decent is not being a top.
Exactly.
I know,
3, 4
not-
guys.
you know they don't run the ball, dude. Like, listen, we can act like the Cowboys are just gonna roll right in and learn his system in 3 weeks and be fine. Okay, if we want to be unrealistic, that's fine.
That
But
is
there's gonna be a
unrealistic.
learning curve.
That is unrealistic because the fact he's not going to
There's gonna
play
be a real
until the training camp. He's not going to be there.
No, but I agree with Ryan
The
on this,
Cowboys
though.
pick is in.
His offense is more standard compared to Carolina
He runs
or the
Six or D
Giants.
tackle.
And just to get back real quick with Brian Edwards, he ran a 4.42.
Wow. 4.42, 4.38, and 4.27.
Mm-hmm.
That offense. And Aguilar's 4.45 or 4.39 or something.
Yeah,
Aguilar's
Aguilar
fast, too.
barely touches the field this year.
Yeah, you're
So
nuts.
he,
They'll use Aguilar.
No.
they will.
And
They
Terrell
will.
Williams, too.
Nah.
Terrell Williams.
It's a 1-year deal for like $6 million.
Yeah, they're gonna.
No,
get
it's a
that
one-year deal for veteran minimum.
For
No,
Nelly, really?
Mil.
Yeah, he got a veteran minimum.
No, he didn't. I gotta look that up. No, he didn't.
No. There's a possibility to earn $6 million.
Oh,
It's not $6 million a year. It's
no,
like
it's a 1-year
1.5
deal
or
for
something.
one. Yeah, it's 1-year deal for $6 million.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
It's probably
And there's
incentives.
no
though.
way. Yeah, there's a lot of incentives. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, here you go. It's worth. He's right. It is worth the minimum basis on the season.
Dallas
Yeah.
got Gallimore. Gallimore is good.
I know he is.
Wow. Yo,
Dallas
Derek-
having a good draft.
Yo,
I didn't realize he was still out there. I didn't realize he was still
Jerry
out
done
there.
went and got in his bag. He's on that yacht, loving life. Maybe the quarantine is helping Jerry Jones
Well,
out.
they said
Who they get?
Gallimore,
Yeah.
defensive tackle from Oklahoma. He's good, man. He's got.
Well,
He played.
I
Yo,
said he can draft. Jerry can draft.
He pushed through that middle serious, man. He's
Holy
really good against the run.
crap.
You know why?
My
Because
man
Jerry
Jones,
uses
look at
common
Jones again.
sense. Jerry uses common sense.
What you
A
trying to
lot
say?
of-
Jerry's not Howie?
A
Yo,
lot
he
of
don't use. He uses
a lot of
common
mock
sense.
drafts had him going to the Niners
I know.
Yeah,
know.
Gallimore's really good.
in the
Common
first
sense
round.
is a hell of a thing. It's a hell of a thing.
Yeah,
Common sense.
I'll tell you what though. I don't want to jinx it. But the Eagles are 20 picks away, and there's still a center on the board they want. There's an outside linebacker on the board they want. I just don't know if it's going to be there when they get there. I don't know if they're either going to listen because they picked Jalen Hurts with the fucking 53rd pick, excuse my language.
I know I'm about to
Who's that?
say.
Who's that?
Are you?
Who?
Are you sure is who they want?
No, on Jerry Jones' couch.
So.
What if we get a receiver again? Devin.
It could be Gandy Golden, bro.
The Eagles are going to take Jake Fromm.
I love the idea of the Eagles
Wow.
drafting Antonio Gandy Golden this round.
Jake Fromm.
Yeah, all right. Jake Fromm.
I'm riding at that.
Hey, he said he wants to be quarterback. I mean, let's keep taking quarterback.
He did say that, right? So that means all quarterbacks moving forward. Just
If
every
that's the
quarterback.
case, then he's taking Eason. He's still available.
I'll take Gandy Golden or Duvernay.
Yeah, how
take
funny would
Duvernay,
that
too.
be if, like, Miami with all those picks kept taking quarterbacks? I mean, just to see what.
Yeah, that's just. All right, let's see who works out. Let's see who figures out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, yo. The biggest loser of this draft so far is Jacob Eason.
Yeah, he's still slipping.
He's not.
Still
He's
slipping.
not Eason's still there.
Who took him?
The Jets.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's a good pick for the Jets.
It is.
Keep it a bean.
Especially making up for Robbie.
Because about to say they wanted to get somebody with speed to make up for Robbie Anderson, and they ended up still picking who they wanted and stayed to their board and got him.
And he's bigger than Robbie. So
Yes, he is.
I think he's bulkier than Robbie. I don't think he's taller
pause.
than
Yeah,
Robbie.
pause.
No, we don't got a pause.
No, we pause on that. I'm not saying another man bigger than another man. Not saying pause.
Here you go.
I'm just saying. Give me the bean.
Keep it a beat.
All right, so I think this is a good time to.
What'd you say?
No, I think this is a good time to cut it out. We got. I mean, we all gave our winners and losers. We'll be back Sunday with we're gonna do our whole draft grades. At that point, everyone will have drafted. Every player that was going to be picked will be picked. Jalen Hurts. You either love it or you hate it, and I'm sure 99% of the people are gonna hate it.
Unfriending everybody.
That being said, guys, enjoy your draft Saturday tomorrow with rounds 4 through 7. We will see you Sunday. The video will probably be up Monday. We'll see you then. As always, we are the football guys.
God bless y'all.
Don't forget to subscribe,
everyone.
Yeah, free
Subscribe on
subscribe.
YouTube.
Like the
Like,
video.
subscribe, share, all that
Some
good stuff.
love, please.